Get ready. It's time. Christina, Catherine, Lisa, Amy, Lauren, and Danny. Welcome to the Cimorelli podcast.
Back again with another hooded sweatshirt.
Love it.
Where did you get that?
Oh, this whole thing? Oh, God. Just happened to pick it up at cimorellimusic.com/store, but, you know, that's none of your business.
Wow! Hey. Welcome back. Here we are. And we're back to episode 8 of
The Cimorelli podcast.
And today's episode is called Kryptonite.
Oh, wow. What song is that? Who sings it?
I wonder.
This
Not
cool
me. Lady named me. Your name is me. Okay, we have a great, upbeat, fun. Actually, I have no idea how it's gonna go. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be upbeat and fun and juicy and every good adjective episode for today. But first, we gotta kick it off with the freaking song.
Wait,
so.
Well, I didn't have anything to say.
Okay, so.
Come on. Perla.
Give him
What a jam. Wow. That is, as the kids would say,
Hey, we need a round of applause.
A+ work.
I fought for that song.
Right.
Good.
Okay, yeah.
That's
Your
not in
own
the script.
glory and.
She was like, I don't know what song I'm gonna do. I'm like, you already played a perfect song. You played us all a perfect song. Why would you not? I don't know. Put it on them. I literally jumped on my chair just like that, and I was like, do it. Yeah. So, you're welcome.
Interesting. Well, hello. Today's episode, Kryptonite. You already know that. And what's it about? Your weakness. But we're gonna do weaknesses in a good way, like weaknesses that break down your walls. You know what I mean? Good weaknesses, bad weaknesses.
Cheese nips.
Okay, that's irrelevant. So let's jump right into highs and lows.
His and laws.
Ooh, I'll go
Neediest
first.
to greediest.
I'm needy.
No,
Okay,
you're
go.
not neediest. I am the neediest.
Are you gonna? Okay,
Danny
but I
wants
want
to go first.
Fine.
No, I don't want to go first. I'm just saying.
Okay,
neediest.
Okay,
Lisa
fine.
wants to go
Danny's
first.
the neediest, and I'm still gonna go first.
Okay.
My high. I always do a combo. My high and low were on my walk this morning. It wasn't like that low of a low, but I went on a walk for the first time in a while, and I usually try to get myself like psyched up a bit. Like I'm like, all right, like I'm trying to get myself into a good place when I'm on my walk. And I was trying, and I was going through my process I always go through, but I just felt this quiet voice that was just like, everything I said was just not sticking. It wasn't like doing it for me, and it's like you don't really realize that you wake up in kind of a sad mood sometimes until you try to like consume some kind of thought or thing that's fun, and then you feel the reaction of like, oh, I'm not feeling that right now.
Your voice is like, you're not okay.
Yes, that's exactly what I was saying. But yeah, so then I had to be like, okay, well, I guess I'm not that pumped right now. But I ended it on a good note, so it was like a really good walk of getting in touch with myself. But it started good, and then it went bad, and then it went good.
That's good. That's a journey. It's a real journey.
I'm going to say my high was Lauren and I went on a drive the other day. We had a great discussion. Lauren and I have
about
great
the end
discussions.
times.
Oh, we talked about a lot of things.
Culture.
Talked about the culture, talked about God, talked about life, talked about values, etc., etc. The end times.
Talked about the culture.
Talked about the world as a whole. It was great.
I wish I
don't
was
really
there.
have a lot of deep conversations, so it was good. It was my one deep conversation of the month. And then my low was...
I'm just getting stuff off your head.
Okay. My low was this morning when I woke up at 5 and then fell back asleep because I was too tired to get up. It was really sad, honestly. I should have gotten up.
Lorraine?
That is rough. Okay, my high was I went on a spree, a shopping spree. It was so fun. I bought so many clothes, but also it was kind of a low because like I went on a spree. Like too much. It was too much, but it was still fun.
Love it.
Oh, high end, low end one.
Riveting.
Because I was like, wow, I have a lot less money now.
You look back
But
at
I have a lot of clothes now.
What
so-
did you spend? $30,000?
No.
29.
Whoa.
Yeah, just 29.
Wow.
29.
What a gal.
What a guy.
So my high is that I've been making this great breakfast, which is sweet potato. I don't actually know what it is. It's like you cut up really tiny little squares, and then throw it on the pan.
Throw what?
He's like, I
potatoes.
don't really know what I'm eating. I just close my eyes,
I
take
don't
a bite.
know what it actually is called. I know there's a name for it, probably. So
Sweet potato surprise.
something of little squares, and then eggs
Diced?
that were really good. So I was really happy because I had it every day, and I was really happy. And then my low is that I woke up at 3 a.m. one of these nights because I was so anxious. I was like,
Devil's hour.
and I was like really stressed. And then I stayed up till 5, which is so annoying. You're laying in your bed in the middle of the night. So that was a huge freaking low.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was mad about that.
My high, very high. I had the perfect day the other day. I awoke, I went in my car, I was listening to worship music, praising the Lord, might have been a few tears of joy shed.
Wow.
And then I went on a hike with my friend, and then I got coffee with another friend. I was just like, wow, I am just living my
didn't know
best
this
life.
This is
Sappy
Pam
thoughts of
McGinnis
Kat.
approved.
This is real Pam McGinnis.
She'll be proud.
It was a great day. And then my low was that the week before that, or I guess this was the same week, but I meant to say the day before that, I had done literally way too many things for 7 days in a row. I did not rest for like 7 days, and I felt like a dead fish after 7 days.
That's cool. That's cool.
Oh, hi guys. So,
didn't see it there.
didn't see myself there. Anyway,
That's weird.
Didn't you see yourself?
You gotta go.
Oh my gosh.
Speak, lady.
so my low was definitely crying again.
Everyone laughed.
I was like, well, everyone hates me, blah, blah, I care too much, blah, blah, whatever.
I witnessed this.
Yeah, cried a lot. I painted a picture of, well, it's a representation of me floating away with an umbrella.
Oh yeah, you're like,
From my
take me
troubles.
away.
And then my high was that I cried again in a good way. 'Cause I was like, you know what? God has been there throughout all this. Even though I thought he wasn't, I started taking a look.
You're like, I was
You know,
duped.
investigating using the old logic, as they call it. Don't know what that is. And then I was like, wow. God has really been, there. And I spent some quality time with Jesus and,
Wow.
Mary, did some rosaries, some candles, and it was
I
Great
heard
moment.
I heard you praying the other day.
good.
It's always so like fervent, like
Oh yeah.
whoa. It
Like,
sounds like
parcel
it's
time.
like quick and under her breath.
I'm like, oh my God.
It's
Amy
not
prays in
Amy's
parcel
not one
tongue.
of those like long pause. God. No, she's like. It's like so.
Little Tom.
Quick.
Rosaries are important.
Amen.
Good job.
Can I just say, just a quick disclaimer, in this episode, I already know I've said, that's cool, like 3 times. And I just want to say it's me being possessed by this boy that I used to like. And he would literally say it all the time. He'd just be like, that's cool. He was like a shell of a person. And so every time I say it, I just am him. So I just want to put that out there. It's not me. It's not me. It's him.
Okay.
Suddenly I feel a little intruded upon. Like this weird spirit is like,
Well, he's nice.
that doesn't make me feel
Okay,
bad.
that's good.
He's a friendly ghost.
Okay,
real.
let's stop talking about that and start talking about the fan question. The spicy
It's
question.
the girls' room.
All right, I got a good one here. Fried up on the skillet. Okay.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa there.
Lisa hated that.
There's the frying pan of truth. This is the skillet of questions. Okay.
My gosh. I'm just kidding. Like
Okay. So it's a pretty simple but deep question. How do you open up about how you feel?
I feel like you just speak.
No, Lauren, some people are cyborgs and don't naturally understand this concept.
For me,
at all.
okay, how do I open up? That's just a question of how do I get myself to actually say it? Because sometimes I feel like there's like something choking me. I want to say, I'm like, oh, I'm sad, but I can't say it. But it's like, I know how I feel. I just have to push
But
myself
she's
to like,
saying-
just do it. Just say it.
She's saying
so I just
open
go.
up about how you feel.
So I just say it to someone.
Yeah.
How do you do
Oh,
that, though?
I am sad. I feel like This
if
is what
you
I say.
are like, if you are having the choking thing, what do you do?
Yeah, that's the
I
whole
just
point.
force myself. I just keep trying. Like, okay, I'm gonna say it now. Okay, I'm gonna say it now. Okay, I'm gonna say it now until now actually comes, and then
One
I just say it.
time, I was dating this guy.
Yeah.
I had to tell him something
Persistence.
that was like really difficult to say. Of like it wasn't actually a crazy topic. It was just saying like starting a conversation of like, where are we at?
Oh yeah.
Here are my issues. And he was like, so what do you want to talk about? And I sat there and went, I said like and like like
Yeah, and
I think
sometimes
it
you
was
just start
I
with
think
that.
it was 15 seconds,
start
but
with
it
that.
felt like 3 hours. I was like, it's just hard.
You know, I have done
I
the exact
sympathize.
same thing before.
It is different for everyone, you know. I myself, you know, I'm a feeler, you know. I'm a person of feelings, as everyone is.
Feely feel.
But I'm not exactly the most in touch
Adept
or
at dealing.
comfortable with it. Some people over here like to just dive in all the time and be like, my inner world is this,
With
that, and the other
myself.
thing. I'm so this, that, and the other thing. I don't want to do that. So sometimes you have to do that with other people, and you have to be honest, and you have to say this and that and the other thing, which I guess is opening up. And, you know, sometimes I was thinking about what Lisa said, how she had to have that conversation with the guy, and I did something like that. And one time I literally wrote a bullet pointed list.
Oh
I
yeah,
said,
that helps.
This. I didn't read it. I handed it to him, and I said, read this. Because I wasn't about to say it. I just can't do that sometimes. Like, I get scared, and I can't put my feelings into words. I'm not very good at it. I'm a writer, not a speaker. So, most of the time. So, I just do that sometimes.
But this is the difference. I can tell myself how I feel. I can't like express in front of others. You are like, sometimes you can't even control it, and Danny will just start crying in front of people, but you don't want to necessarily tell yourself how you're feeling most of the time. But I like just watching Danny just be like, oh, I'm upset, and cry. I'm like, how does she do it? I will literally just sit there and go,
Yeah.
I can't show it.
I got some good stuff. So I used to be one of those people, and not putting you down because I was one of you, where I could not speak about anything. And I could the most I could do was write a letter, which Christina was the one that first encouraged me to stand up for myself. So that was a good thing. But not just in standing up for yourself. Sometimes you just need to be honest. So this is the lie that most people tell themselves. And I used to say this. There's going to be a perfect moment to say what I need to say. No.
That's the frying pan.
That is
really
the
was.
frying pan of truth.
This is so
the
true.
direct thing is there will never be a perfect moment.
Yes. So
Sometimes there is, but it's very rare.
You have to literally just dive in. Like it's gonna be awkward. Just
it's
expect
always
it.
weird
Tell
when it
yourself.
starts.
I have to say something. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be fun.
Honestly.
Just say it. Does not matter when. Does not matter if it's awkward. Just because it's awkward doesn't mean, oh, well, if I can just have it at the perfect non-awkward time.
Well,
it's going to
okay,
be
wait.
easier to say. It's not going to be easier.
Don't necessarily like include it in a wedding speech or something. Like,
Yeah.
don't start your conversation
think
there. You
no
say
one
it
did that
anytime,
advice.
anywhere.
Okay, no, what I'm really saying is, for me, this is how it usually goes. I'm just talking to a friend or someone that I have a problem with or I have something to say, and I'm feeling more and more awkward as the moments go on, trying to, fake a smile and pretend like there's nothing wrong. Finally, I just say, I need to say something. And it's always really awkward. And they're always uncomfortable and I'm uncomfortable. But you know what? After I say what I needed to say and we talk it out and I'm respectful of them and they're respectful of me, we end up a lot closer for the most part, unless they have no soul, which is very rare.
I feel like that's the summary, is you just have to realize it's an uncomfortable thing.
Just do it.
Just
I have a good
embrace
opening line that I always use, which is, I'm sad. And then they say,
I do
why?
that too.
And then you just tell.
I do that.
An
So
opening
I'm
line.
sad.
Amy,
That
do
is
that
like
too.
easy.
do you have anything to add?
Oh, I have a quick little blurb, which is that it's kind of like vomiting. You're sitting there and you're like hunched over the toilet or whatever, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna throw up, I'm gonna throw up, I'm gonna throw up. You're so scared, and you're like, oh, it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. But you don't go, all right, I'm gonna throw up now. Go. It's literally like it just happens, and then you throw up, and then you feel way better after.
really nauseous.
I don't care. See, but sometimes you have to deal with it. You just have to throw up anyway, and that's fine.
Okay. You? Do you have anything? You don't have
You don't
to.
have
That kind of covers it all.
Yeah.
Okay, for anyone who has no idea what they're talking about, which is me, which is probably almost none of you, I can't relate to anything they just said. Most of you probably can, honestly.
And why is that?
I cannot relate to any of it because I have absolutely no problem saying what I'm feeling.
Christina
but
came
I-
out of the womb with a spear. She's like,
Okay, but I have a huge problem with knowing what the heck I'm feeling. Unless it's anger, then I know exactly what I'm feeling.
I was gonna say that. I'm the same as you.
I have no idea. I'm like, what am I feeling right now? I don't know. If I actually know it, then if you, maybe you could, I don't know if this is even any advice that you could take at all, but I just assume like I deserve to say my feelings right now and I am okay saying it. I just assume that it's okay. So I'm just like, guys, that was offensive. I'm offended or whatever. Well, yeah, normally I'm saying I'm angry because I don't know how to know, but what else I'm feeling. But yeah, I just assume it's okay to say it and I just say it. But I don't know how that happened and I don't know why I am an alien, but it's just the way it is.
You're an alien. I think that is a very valid thought process.
I actually don't think most people are that in touch with themselves.
Yeah.
It's not that common for me to be
Who is
like,
she?
this is exactly what's wrong and here's why. Because you're like, I'm fine.
No, most people are like, oh, no, I'm not mad at you. I was just tired.
Yeah,
I was busy.
Okay, wait, but let me tell you about the downside. You might be like, oh, Christina, I wish I was like that. But, well, not the not knowing yourself, the saying what you want when you want to. Here's the downside. As soon as you know you feel something, you can't not say it. So you're like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's awkward.
I'm working on that right now.
And then suddenly you've gone on a rant and you're like 17 years old and you've scared off countless people. You're like, because they can't handle it. But you know what? Some people just can't handle it.
That's literally me. I relate 100%.
That was pretty solid.
Good discussion.
Let's go to the most
Mysterious.
the most mysterious, the most reserved, the most peaceful.
At 290 pounds in the corner is John Cena. Just kidding. I have no idea how much John Cena
You
was.
forgot her height of 8'7".
Come on, I was trying to think of more adjectives.
I think we have enough adjectives.
I was going to say the most riveting. The most riveting.
Am I though?
Yes, she's
Keep
very
slowing.
chill.
Okay.
And yet also tightly wound.
True.
She's a paradox.
An enigma.
All right, let's hear from the woman herself.
This is Lauren's take, where we get to hear Lauren's take on a few topics because the world deserves to hear Lauren's take.
You know what? Can
I was
I
gonna say,
just
because the
say,
world's
touches
not
my
ready.
heart.
can I just
Aw.
say
Thank
Lauren's
you.
take in my world is the most important
Is
take.
the take.
I
It's
like
the
Lauren's take. I
It
quiet
really
down
is.
for Lauren's take. I'm
Okay,
like,
guys.
The world quiets down for Lauren's take.
Personally, I would like to hear her take now. I think that's enough.
all right, we got one coming in a little hot here first. Okay. So, number one. What do you do to calm yourself down when you're feeling anger?
Oh, that's very easy for me. This is what I do. So, okay, I'm waiting in the car, right? It's 2 minutes past when we were supposed to leave, okay? Danny is still in the house, hasn't told me anything about coming out soon.
Hasn't put on her shoes
I'm
yet.
sitting in the car.
No, this is every day.
The rage is boiling. It's coming up. I'm like, we're going to be late. But then you know what I do? I don't know how. I just go. I take a giant breath and I'm just like, you know what? Danny, she's just being Danny. It's okay. It's okay if I'm late. Literally, that's all I do. I take a deep breath and I give myself a reason to not be mad at the person. But if I have a real reason to be mad, like she robbed me or something.
I do that all the time on the weekends.
If she robbed me, then I'm not gonna calm down. You don't need to calm down if someone robs you. So then I would just tell her why did you rob me? And I would be really mad. So
Good one.
yeah, but yeah, if it's something you actually do need to calm down about, then just give yourself reasons of why you should give the person the benefit of the doubt. You know, it's okay.
She's just being Danny.
Yeah,
Okay. What social stigma does society need to get over?
Whoa.
I don't really know what that means.
Okay. Stigma.
Does that mean what's
social
okay?
stigma?
Does that
I don't
mean
know what
what's
that
something that has a negative connotation that you don't think should have a
Socially?
negative connotation?
Yeah. Social
in
thing.
society.
It's a social stigma.
Something that's considered bad that you
Everyone
don't
needs to get over.
Think of
Okay, this is interesting because I feel like a lot of people put they put it on themselves that being quiet is bad, but people don't actually look at quiet people and be like, oh, she's weird. You are only thinking that about yourself.
Wow.
So that is really interesting. The social stigma that people put on themselves that they need to get over is that being quiet is bad because nobody else thinks that. Even if you look at movies and TV shows, the star is always some quiet, like awkward person, and everybody loves those TV shows and movies.
Right.
So
She's right.
I don't think there really is a stigma.
How did you just pull out such a flawless answer so quickly?
I don't know.
She's quiet.
Like, wow.
I don't
Okay.
know.
How do you like to spend your introvert/alone time?
Oh, being in my room and sleeping, or going on drives. You know, I like to go out into the country a little bit, sunset, play some music that gets me pondering life a little bit. Or just either being in my room and sleeping, or being in nature in some way.
Love it.
Okay, here's a little less deep. Do you pour the syrup on your pancakes, or do you dip pancakes in the syrup?
Who has ever dipped a pancake in syrup?
Me.
I
love doing that.
I do
I
that.
did not know that was a thing.
I've never thought of that
Wait,
in my
really done that.
life.
I do both.
So there's your answer. Yeah,
Sorry.
no, you're
I just
good.
thought of that.
So I pour the syrup on.
Okay, what was your favorite age so far?
My favorite age so far? I feel like every year that happens becomes my new favorite age. So right now, 19 is my favorite age.
All right, we got one last one. And I'm going to reword this because it's a little bit of broken English. Lauren, if you could say something for the whole world to hear, what would it be?
I don't know. I'd have to think about that. I can't just if the whole world is listening, I'm not just going to be like, oh, first thing I thought of. So maybe I'll get back to you on that.
Okay.
The flaw is that the whole world doesn't speak English.
Oh.
A lot of them would not understand.
Well,
Anyway.
there you go. We got to know
We got
Lauren's
take.
just a little bit better. But do you know Kath?
Oh,
I don't. Who is
Do
she?
you know Kath?
Do you?
Do you know that she is as sappy as they come?
As sappy as a tree.
More than a what kind of
Maple tree.
More than which maple
tree.
Than a maple tree.
wait.
Is that the sappiest, or is it an oak? Okay.
Whatever is the sappiest of the sap.
This segment is Sappy Thoughts with Kath, and today she's going to tell you about her deep, deep love of breakfast.
Yes.
Whoa!
Okay. First of all, I would like to start this episode with a disclaimer. I got many comments from the last
Many fan
podcast
mail?
From the readers.
that the readers were concerned for my well-being. Thank you for your concern, but they seem to think that it was 5 bullies against, well, not 5, not really you, 4 bullies against
we
one.
are a team.
But I would like to assure you that I'm alive and well. No one has battered me emotionally. And I mean, if we're being real, they all secretly adore me. So
True.
they're just trying to hide.
secret.
Oh, yeah, it's not a secret. But they're just trying to hide their discomfort at the pleasure of being in my company by making peanut gallery remarks. You know, it just happens. It's just an effect I have on some
So
people.
the readers were more hurt by it than you
Then,
were.
yes. I'm not really hurt by them. Like, I know they're kidding, guys. Come on. Seriously. You gotta have a little bit of a thick skin. I have a thicker skin than you. Come on. Just gotta, you know?
What you may not know about Kath here is that
She's a secret savage.
she literally will, no one needs to stand up for Kath. Kath stands up for Kath.
True.
Yeah.
You don't need to.
I will roast in a heartbeat.
All right. She will. Lady.
And I will enjoy every flaming second of it.
Okay, go.
Flaming second.
Onto the sap. Onto the sap.
Switch gears.
All right.
And with that as an intro. So now I'm getting into my true soul here. If Amy is still alive at the end of the podcast, she can find some air to breathe. Okay. My deep love of breakfast began. I don't really know when it began, but many a time ago, many a year ago, I was a young cook. And actually, no. You know, I can remember a time when I didn't love breakfast because I ate oatmeal every day. That is horrible. Okay, some people maybe like oatmeal, but it's really depressing. Just a bunch of weird white oats that are so pale and lifeless sitting in a bowl.
Whoa, pale things are not bad, okay?
Okay. Anyways.
There's so many ways to make amazing oatmeal. Continue.
All right. Anyways.
Whatever.
I will believe it when I taste it. But I would say the perfect breakfast begins. I just felt like Joey. The perfect.
Oh, yes. Now, when you said many a time ago, it was so joy.
I'm sorry. I'm usually uncomfortable with this segment, but I'm going to be extra uncomfortable because I hate everything Catherine likes in terms of food.
Oh, no.
All right.
Well, I would just like to say that Danny hates every food. So she has like a list of like 5 things she eats. Okay.
All
So
from Taco Bell.
the perfect breakfast starts with a perfect morning. To me, the perfect morning, you wake you wake out of bed. That's not correct. you bounce out of your bed and you just have this feeling of buoyancy. You're like,
I do that.
Yeah. You're like, this is gonna be a good day. Usually I start it with some music. You guys, these ones know. I'm usually walking down into the downstairs, my phone in my hand, always playing a song.
This is true.
It's my trademark.
No matter what time it is. Anyway.
Yeah, I do feel guilty. A lot of times it's like 8 in the morning and Lisa's in her room and I'm like, whoops, and I turn my music off. But anyways, start your day right. Some music. Open up the blinds, let a little light in. And I like to wake up in a happy environment in my room. It's very joyful. But then I approach the kitchen and I just... light up the grill, which is the electric grill stove that we have.
The electric stove. Okay, moving on.
Okay, light up the grill and put a little sizzle of olive oil
on the stove.
Now, there's many ways you can achieve the perfect breakfast. Even if you like oatmeal, I'm gonna let that slide. If you like oatmeal, you gotta do you. But I will tell you what my perfect breakfast is. Excuse me. I like to speak. Okay. My perfect breakfast. You got to start with the ultimate breakfast item. Eggs. Danny, can you please not do that?
I agree with you on this.
I love eggs.
Okay. You got your eggs. And then you got to get your sides. Bacon. Oh, sorry if you're vegetarian. I'm sorry if I offended you. But
Or me.
But I love bacon, and I get emotional thinking about how much I love bacon, and I crave it many, many times a week. Also, got to get a little hash brown action going on there. Some avocado.
Oh, yes.
Avocado is the essential breakfast
With
item.
eggs.
I disagree.
It's so good.
It's so good. And then fruit. But if it's my plate, ain't no honeydew. Cantaloupe making its way on there. Get that stuff away from me. What I really am all about is the berries and the strawberries, watermelon. Oof, so good. And then coffee, my love. I love coffee and orange juice. Gotta have
a very
both.
long take.
Perfect breakfast. There you go. That is the perfect breakfast. And then just get the ambiance going. Put on some music. Maybe light a candle. Also, if you can do some reflection. you can do some reflection. I like to bring a journal, maybe like a positive devotional that you can
do that, yeah.
Enhance your breakfast with some good thoughts. Start your day right. Do it every day. Your life will change.
True.
The whole first half of the segment was getting up, and then you went to putting olive oil on the grill. You never even mentioned a frying pan.
Not the stove.
I get a sizzle of olive oil going.
And now we have our follow-up segment. Lisa's list of discrepancies.
I'm adding to Lisa's list of discrepancies, and I'm saying that she said buoyancy, which is a physics term.
What?
When something like floats in like water.
You wake up with a bit of buoyancy.
No, I swear that it's not just physics.
No,
I think
but
there's an
that makes
abstract
sense.
term.
That makes sense.
You're like buoyant. It's like
and
yeah.
bouncing.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
see, Lauren gets it. Lauren gets it. I get
any
it.
English scholars, please write into us via Twitter.
Please
with,
don't. Please just keep your thoughts to yourself.
Hashtag Cimorelli podcast.
and clear this up for us, please. We need you.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. You can do that.
Wow,
I'm not going to stop you.
What a wonderful segment.
That was
Riveting.
great. I enjoyed
Glad
it.
to hear from you. Thank you so
Thanks.
much.
Back to you, Jim. I felt like we were like newscasters. And you're like,
Thank you, Martha. So,
Thank you, mother.
this girl named Amy has a story about a guy who was her
Kryptonite.
Hey!
Wait, can we all say that together one more time? Who was her
Kryptonite.
Oh,
That's
creepy.
still really awkward.
But let me I'll say kryptonite meaning like he was just something that was different, that was, her weakness in a good way. And yeah, I'm not saying like she married him. She didn't.
I am not
you're
married.
not
I'm not in
She
a
ain't married.
relationship.
All right.
We
hit
did
it,
not
lady.
date. I'm just going to preface that.
All right, let's hear it. Let's hear about it.
So, basically, my whole life, the bountiful list of crushes I listed last episode.
The ones that she loved for 10 years
yes.
at a time.
No,
At
literally.
the same time.
I'm dead serious. Anyway, so all these crushes have been of a similar variety. And there were always these like
Dead inside.
yes. No. They were very sweet, innocent, but they were very like low key uptight like me. And high strung, kind of like a little salty, a little like, huh, yeah, cool. They're really sweet and really nice. And we all got, like, I got really close with a lot of them. But, like, it was very, like, they became at one point in my life kind of, this is going to sound really bad, but, like, a little bit interchangeable. They're all the same kind of guy.
Playa.
So, like, I would have a crush on a guy for, like, 5 years. But, like, in between that, I would have, like, I'd be talking to other guys, too.
Who
So,
are all
like,
the same types.
they're all very similar.
10
Like, if you know
clones.
of them, which hopefully you don't, they're very, very great people. Like,
Very good looking.
Okay, we get it. They're
Amy
great.
has a great
Blah,
taste
blah,
in guys.
blah.
They
This
were
is a
all
long-
hot as
Anyway, they were very beautiful boys.
They were.
So, like,
Not
but
about
I'm
looks.
I'm really good. I'm still good friends with all
Okay,
of
they
them.
weren't
great,
bad
great.
people.
Then, okay, so
Moving
they were
on.
all the same. But I realized this year that I realized in myself, I was looking for qualities that I wanted in myself through them. I wanted to be dependable. I wanted to be myself, which is low-key uptight and an upstanding citizen like they were. Okay? So then, to my wonder, this summer appeared from the rooftop. I don't know how.
Santa.
Boy of a different variety. And this boy is a very good boy, but he's not like the upstanding citizen type. He's
What
more,
crime did he commit?
He does not have a rap sheet, okay? No priors.
No priors.
Very adventurous and
He had
different. And he
zest.
did
He has
not.
spark. Spice.
We had like, and that was so different for me. I was not used to zesty or like, free people that were like fun or. I don't know. And so, like, it became this thing.
Amy only liked prisoners.
Your asthma acting up.
I mean, emotionally free.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
This boy was, like, so fun. And, like, we would go on adventures. And it was the littest thing of my, like, ever. And I was, like, so different. And so I realized that through liking him, I realized that I was literally looking for things in myself and these other people. And once I found them, then I found the type that was like right for me. Now, we did not get married. We did not even date. We were hanging out.
Yeah, you kind of did.
Not really.
Not really.
In
But
fancy terms, you did.
They
I
hung
guess,
out,
yeah.
okay?
We were really, really close. And it was such a great experience. And I would not trade it for the world. And God bless him. Pray for him every day. He's a great dude. Still an upstanding citizen, but a little less uptight. And that's how I learned about myself. And I learned what I
good.
need and what was right for me.
So your
These
kryptonite was a zesty, free
Adventure.
person.
Yes!
Wow.
Which you didn't realize. You were not even looking for that. It
Yeah, it
found
wasn't.
you.
It did.
What a life lesson.
before
I finally found
what I've been looking for.
Guys, you're hurting their ears. Sorry,
Okay.
reader. I'm sorry
We
you had to hear
apologize.
that. I did that on purpose. I'm sorry.
Sorry you had to read that.
Sorry I had to read that.
Yeah, with your ears.
With your own
Next.
tears.
That was riveting. Thank you. So that was Amy's kryptonite.
Good story, good story.
Good to know. Good to know.
I meant to say, while he was different in personality, he too was very good looking.
He was!
Okay.
I was in
irrelevant.
love with many of Amy's crushes.
Okay.
All right, that's really
That
weird.
is a relevant fact.
saying.
Let's go to the
Because they
question.
were really the right type for you.
She's right. She's so
Okay,
right.
okay,
What a
okay.
moment.
Let's go to the question of the day with
Oh.
Kat. Hit us.
Go to
All
the
right.
movies.
This is
I
my
said that in my head.
This is my gift to you, reader, to get to know these lovely young women better. All right. So, before we talked about our bad types, you know, the types of guys, previous episode, bad, that you just can't really stay away from. But what about on the other end of the spectrum? What is your kryptonite in terms of, you know, the qualities that are kind of like your weakness, but it's like a good thing?
Okay. My kryptonite, I realize it from like liking quiet guys where I'm just like dying. I'm like, you're too much like me. I'm not that quiet,
Lisa,
but whatever.
you're quiet?
Sometimes. Anyway,
Reserved.
when I actually start to like
not reserved.
louder guys, okay, when they are, it's two things. When they're like, they can't help but just say what they're thinking. It's kind of like Christina, same thing of just like a thought comes in and they have to say it. And then guys that are really like communicative, like
yeah.
they're like when I'm upset, they'll be like, "Are you okay? What's wrong?" They want to talk about it, and they like because I tend to retreat into my cave when I'm upset, so they chase me in, and they're like, "Wait, what's wrong?" That's what I need. I can't have people that also retreat, and we just get farther and farther.
Yeah.
Lit.
Okay, so I'm like an onion. You know,
Oh,
and make people cry. Just kidding, no.
She does though.
But I have a lot
made
of
me cry.
layers. I have a lot of layers. So my kryptonite is when a guy really sees that and wants to just peel back the layers one by one and really like zeroes in on me and is like, I want to know you. Like, I want to know everything about you. That's for me. I'm like, ooh, me.
Okay. I can sum mine up real quick. 2 things that kind of relate. One is a man who loves to read. That just always made me weak. And another thing, I just thought of this, and it's so true. This sounds really bad, but like a guy who has a giant stick up his butt.
Me too. I was gonna say this.
Which, like, okay, that means, like, basically a guy who's just, like, really uptight. And, like, because I'm really, like, laid back. And, I mean, I'm just kind of, like, a free spirit. And I really compliment well a guy who, like, stands up really straight and, like, is just very, like, structured and routine. Which, like, some people don't like that. And it's just, I love it so much. And, like, their hair's, like, perfectly parted. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean. You know the drill.
That's my former type.
Amy, what you got?
My kryptonite is guys who are really sweet and innocent and just really nice.
Wow,
and
that's crazy.
adventurous people who make me less uptight.
My kryptonite in a guy is boring, but it's just a guy who's genuinely so sweet and has a heart of gold. Like guys who like really help everyone out and they're so kind and generous. I just die over
The humble servant.
a quick second is guys who can like fix anything, doing it with their hands. Like can like fix, build stuff. Oh my
gosh.
In the song Kryptonite, then she basically says like a guy who like breaks down her wall that she has up, and I have like the reverse thing. So I don't have a wall at all. Like I'm a very just open person or whatever. So I like a guy who, first of all, has a stick up his butt and who's very just like structured and organized and like is like, hey, did you do this? Did you do this? Make sure you do this. We're leaving at this time. Blah blah. Very organized. And then someone who can like slow me down a little bit. And someone who's like, hey, maybe you shouldn't make that bad decision. Hey, maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe you shouldn't do this. Like someone who like
Looks out for you.
yeah looks out for me and like
Aw.
it's not the same as the wall thing because that wasn't what I was talking about. But that's another thing. But the wall thing I guess is just like someone who like patches up all the holes that I have in my wall. Because I guess I do have a wall. There's just a lot of holes in it. So someone who's like,
That's so cute.
like chill, basically. Someone who's like chill.
Who tells you to
But
chill.
who never says chill. If you tell me to chill, I will murder
I will
you.
hit you.
I won't actually murder you. I won't murder anyone.
You can't tell that to any woman though. Chill.
Don't. If you're a man listening to this, don't tell a woman to chill.
Never.
Just don't,
Or
please
to
don't do
calm
that.
down.
I'm not gonna calm down.
Yeah, if you think a woman needs to calm down, you probably should just be single. Just what? Why does she need to listen to you? She has a big personality. Let her.
No, there's sometimes when you're like freaking out and you're sad and they're like, okay, calm down. It's going to be
No,
okay.
but if they're like, calm
Okay,
down.
it's
Calm
fine.
down. Like,
Calm
relax.
down.
Chill
I think
out.
in like 8 years of dating Nick, I think he's told me to calm down one time.
See, that is why she's
He's in
marrying
tune.
him.
If you can't handle the heat, stay out of the
Because he has
kitchen.
4 sisters. He knows.
He knows TM.
He knows.
Well, that was tender.
I know.
Oh, that was
Danny.
nice.
Oh, I dropped my phone on the floor.
Every time we do this segment, Danny's like,
Danny's
oh, my phone is
surprised.
dead.
My phone's in Antarctica.
Her phone was on the floor.
Yes.
This is called Danny's Notes to Self, and this is where we get to hear
Danny's
Danny's
Notes
Notes
to
to
self.
self.
I have a running list in my cellular device. Ooh, I don't want to
say
hold this out. I don't know if it's gonna come up. Ooh. Oh, it's just the notes to self. I have a running list in my notes of things that you just should or shouldn't do. Just little quick tips, stuff you wouldn't normally think of.
Life hack.
Life hacks. So, yeah. The first one is I have a lot of food related ones, and I have a lot that are very specific to like certain brands and things, which I don't really want to say because I don't want to offend anyone. But I'm gonna say some
You
of them.
gotta let people know though.
I know. This one is not
Truth
offensive.
hurts.
Though. This one is just saying, do not mix Coke and Dr. Pepper.
Oh.
So you're at
Why
the
did you do
drink thing, and you're like, oh, because some people like to mix the drinks around. I know it's like a kid thing, but I mean, I still like to do that. And it's like, you just like, oh, maybe this will be a good idea. I don't know, because Coke and Dr. Pepper have slightly different flavors. So like, oh, maybe it'll be okay. I don't know. So you do it, and then you regret it. Don't do it. Really mixing any sodas is not a good idea. Coke is a great soda. Dr. Pepper is a great soda, just on their own. Just don't mix them, okay? And then my second one is don't buy sugar wafers, okay? So
What is a sugar wafer?
listen, you're at like the gas station or like a vending machine or like
Okay.
you're just really desperate for a snack, right? You're really like you're probably tired because you haven't eaten that much, right? You're just like, oh, I'm so hungry. And then you see these like sugar wafers. You know what those are?
Yes.
They're like how do I explain
They're
it?
like a little candy. Or not candy, like a cookie almost. They look like that, and they have like the little filling in the middle, and they are like.
Well, they're wafers. They're almost like stroopwafel, but not quite.
Are you talking about the things that are long and they're like crisscross?
Yeah,
Yes.
they're good.
How dare you?
Listen,
so good.
listen.
Wait, what happened?
Listen, you think it's a good idea, you get them, and then you have like 2 bites, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I'm eating straight sugar. This is going to put me to sleep. It's going to make my stomach hurt.
Okay.
It's going to make me just like not happy. Like that's not something you
I
want.
definitely don't recommend eating those if you're
Yeah.
like desperate for food on empty stomach.
But when else would you get that if you weren't like, when would you like, oh man, I just really want some sugar wafers right now? Like you'd
Don't
only do
do
that if
it.
you were desperate.
No.
Yeah.
You try to indulge.
Unless
Get
you're
yourself some
Christina,
ice
you're a
cream.
sugar addict.
Loved those.
I
Also,
love those.
that one's kind of tailored to me because I personally just really don't like sugar, like straight up sugar, like candy and stuff. So maybe that's just,
Well, it's
I
hard
do.
for anyone's body
But
to
yeah,
handle
that's what I'm
that
saying,
much
like,
sugar.
if you are desperately in need for like a snack, don't get a straight sugar thing. Like it's just
Yeah,
not gonna
that's
make you
true.
happy. It's not gonna make your stomach happy. It's not
Health
gonna make
tips with Danny.
your tiredness. It's gonna make it worse. Like just don't do it.
Yeah, sugar is not your friend in those moments.
Yeah.
It is not.
But that is all for today. So,
We have truly learned a lot from Danny's
know,
notes of self.
truly.
She's making the world a better place.
I am.
Thanks for your contribution. Well, it's time to get real.
oh yeah.
With Christina.
Shouldn't I introduce it since you're?
Okay,
since you're-
go.
It's time to get real with Christina.
so different.
Well, she shouldn't say it about herself. That's weird.
Okay, I need to sell you on a concept, okay? This is what I need to sell you on. Go for the good guy. The nice, good guy. Not the fake nice guy everyone keeps talking about, like who's passive aggressive. That's not what I'm talking about. I
not
mean,
him.
Heck
the
nah.
good freaking nice guy. Okay, I didn't do this for a long time. I liked all these really like bad, crazy boys who were just not good. You know, they like to like play all these crazy games,
Hot and
whatever.
cold.
They do all these illegal
Anxiety.
things, whatever they do. They do bad things and
They have priors.
they don't treat you well. And it's so exciting. You're like, oh my gosh, this is so fun. This guy is so exciting, whatever.
Can't tell if they hate me.
He didn't text me back.
My weakness.
You're freaking out all the time. He's not, you just know, this is not a good boy, okay? But it's fun, and he's really cute. He wears cute clothes, you know?
Oh, please.
His hair looks good.
Wears lots of backwards
He has these
hats.
cute sunglasses.
Always.
He wears that hat, and you're like, ooh, okay? Bad idea. It is fun. But there's plenty of things in life that are fun.
You can go to a roller coaster.
I was gonna say, roller coaster. Get on it, get off. Okay? This is different. Because your heart is on that roller coaster. And what happens if you get thrown off? It
You
breaks.
die.
It breaks, and it's hard to put back together. If you're doing that, you know, your choice, do whatever you want. But I want to sell you on the idea of going for the nice guy who you have like this feeling in your heart where you're like, oh, I feel some like peace with him. If you feel peace, that's the key. I feel peace with him, but I don't know, he's not as exciting as the other one. But you feel peace and you're like, oh my gosh, he's so nice and such a good guy and we get along, blah, blah, blah. All these good things, right? But then the other guy, oh, but he's so much more fun and exciting. If you're fun and exciting, if that is the argument for yourself about why you should go for the other guy, no. Stop. Just stop. Stop. You have your pro-con list. I have all mine. I always do. Write it out if you haven't. You lazy little... Just kidding. But if you haven't, write it out. And if it says fun and exciting, throw it out. Don't look at it.
Make a new one.
Do
That
not...
is the frying pan of truth.
Do
for sure.
not go for fun and exciting over stable, kind, generous,
Loving.
good,
Respectful.
loving, respectful. Please, I beg you. So I'm basically, my main point is I beg you to look at what you're actually going for and why, and to realize that you deserve more. You deserve good things. You deserve for a guy to actually text you back, to actually call you, to actually take you on a real date. I went through all the opposite of this, okay? So I know what it's like. But you deserve great things. You deserve to be treated with love and respect. You really deserve it. So stop acting like you're just a pile of trash who deserves
You're
to
not.
be stepped on and thrown in the trash can with the rotting fruit. You don't.
Yeah, fun and
You
exciting. is not going to pick you up when you are dead on the floor.
This is my take.
Just say.
It's not your take. It's your.
This is my
It's your get real.
This is get real with me.
Not Amy's.
Anyway.
Good ad.
Real with me.
You deserve better. Treat yourself well. You deserve it.
Yes.
Say goodbye to that bad boy. You'll grow out of it.
Adios.
Or if you don't grow out of it,
Sis.
it's not so cute when you're 50. Just telling you that. It's not
Christina's
so cute
been there,
anymore.
done that.
Okay, I've been there. I've seen it. We lived in
Doesn't
Malibu.
end
I've seen
well.
it.
What 50-year-old are you shading?
Yeah, what?
So many.
Actually, no, so am I. Okay, anyway.
Whoa.
That's my take. Just kidding. That's get real with me.
Or as Amy just said, get real with Mamie. She was going to say me, and Amy said get
If
real
you
with
have
Mamie.
a commentary on that you'd like to share, tweet me at hashtag
Cimorelli podcast.
and weigh in. I love to hear your comments. Well, Kath, I think it's time to wrap this episode up with the Cimorelli challenge.
All right. You know, we always love to leave you guys with some kind of positive action, something you can do to brighten your life. So today's challenge is simply to evaluate your kryptonite. So what is it in your life that's kind of like a weakness for you? And is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Mm-hmm.
Take some time to deeply think about that and then take the steps that are appropriate for you. And you can share your findings through a short tweet because Twitter only allows so many characters, but you could also do multiple tweets. Just using the hashtag
Cimorelli podcast.
He says turning into like a computer.
My feet are cold. I can't think.
Oh, there you go.
Get it.
Hey.
Yay, cannot wait to read that. Thank you guys so much. Let's officially say goodbye with the one, the bald, Lisa. Share some inspiration.
Not bold anymore.
Yet.
What do you call that brown stuff on there?
It's hair. Okay. I just quickly had a flash in the pan, aka my brain is a frying pan.
Okay.
Had a flash in the pan of the other night I was freestyling. What? Oh, no. I just want to...
Freestyling?
Where? This is just something to ponder. I feel like it's a good activity. You know, I used to be... intimidated by freestyling because it's like you got to think of something cool to say on the spot, and if you fall short you look dumb, right? Now our last episode I had a similar theme, you know, lower people's expectations, and this is another way of doing that. So just practice freestyling with random unconnected stupid things. Just take sentences that don't make sense together, like it's just okay. The point that I'm saying this is a great activity for your family and friends, holiday gatherings. You have people over, like, hey guys, let's freestyle. Ready? You get a beat going. You're like, I sat on a chair, I sniffed a goat, I broke the chair, hit the ceiling. Food, going down the tube, surfing in the USA. Hey,
That don't even rhyme though.
exactly. It doesn't rhyme. It doesn't make sense. What's the point? It's fun. And it breaks you out of your shell, and it takes away the fear of freestyling.
I think everyone thinks about freestyling a lot.
Because I don't know. You told me to inspire them, so I hope you're inspired.
Okay, I'm cutting her off. We don't need to take
All right.
Thanks, guys. Tune in next week.
Lisa just created like 7 future M&Ms.
Okay, we're not going out on that note. Ignore everything that she said and listen to me.
No, seriously, send me videos of you freestyling like that.
Thank you so much for
I cannot
joining
wait
us
to see those videos.
for this episode of the Cimorelli podcast. I'm not even going to let her speak anymore. She's done for today.
Cimorelli podcast.
Stop. More episodes to come. This was Kryptonite. Go listen to the song. Go listen to our album. Get on Spotify. Get on iTunes. Blah, blah, blah. Go listen to it all. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Ginger Shots.
Bye, readers.
Illy.
See you
Thanks
then.
for reading.
Can we end with a shot of my face? Ready?
No. Please don't.
Don't do that. No.
You've been listening to the Cimorelli podcast. Follow Cimorelli on Spotify and subscribe on YouTube. You can also find Cimorelli on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat.